Hi there, Dr. Elisa Peavy here, back for another Ability Quick Tip. Today we're going to be discussing the importance of your emotional health. I talk about it all the time. I've been getting lots and lots and lots of questions. What is it about emotional health that's so important? And this is beyond going to see a counselor, talking about, the difficult relationship that you're in, or the job that you don't like, or the difficulty that you're having with your child, or whatever it might be. This is beyond that. When I talk about emotional health, what I'm talking about is getting to the root of why you're behaving the way that you do, why you react and act the way that you do, and why you have the belief systems that may not be supporting you the way that you do. Getting to the root cause of those is where the healing is actually going to start. That is where you're going to make the biggest difference in your life, okay? So emotional, learned behaviors, belief systems. So where do they come from? Well, first thing, we're born in to about 50% of our learned behaviors and other things generationally. So we get it from mom and dad, who get it from their parents, who get it from their parents. Generational belief systems, about 50% of our subconscious patterns and belief systems come from that. Between the ages of 0 and 7 is when we are the most susceptible to developing belief systems. So we're actually in a delta state, subconscious state, more during those very, very important years, which means that we're more susceptible then to suggestion, we're more susceptible to influence, we're more susceptible to all the different environmental things that are going on around us. Now, what happens between the ages of 0 and 7? Well, we're pretty much our parents to direct as they so choose, or subconsciously they so choose, right? Because a lot of things that they're doing, they have no idea about it either. So as we grow during those formative years, we're watching, we're learning, we're seeing their interactions, we're seeing their belief systems, and we're soaking it in like sponges, and it becomes a part of us. So that's the second thing. The third thing that happens is throughout our life, we have events, whether emotional, traumatic, scary, life-altering. It doesn't matter. We have those events throughout our life, and those emotional events, whether it's a death of someone, or you're grieving, or a divorce, all of those things have an emotional impact on our health. And we develop belief systems from those experiences as well. So for example, let's say you're married to someone that is not the best, kindest person, and they belittle you, or they talk down to you, and they make you feel unworthy, right? So can you imagine then leaving this relationship, deciding that it's not good for you, but still you're carrying the energetic, emotional abuse that person in that relationship essentially was throwing at you throughout your entire relationship. It's going to have an impact. And unless you're willing to go and actually process that, deal with it, become aware of those belief systems, and become aware of what's not serving you, then you're going to continue to have more problems. And the belief system that probably says, oh, I deserved it, obviously, he doesn't think I'm smart enough, I must not be smart enough, any of those, well, they're going to only impact you in a negative way. So that is what I'm talking about when I really encourage and push the absolute importance of healing your emotional trauma, okay? It's absolutely important. So when we're bogged down with all of this crap, what happens is we aren't actually expressing us, our authentic self. We have all of this other stuff, this generational stuff, and all these other belief systems that we've learned and picked up in our environment, but they're not really us. And so by going in and working with a practitioner, a bunch of practitioners, physicians, people who can really get to the root of the emotion, you're really not going to get as far as you want to in terms of healing, real deep inner healing, okay? So it's very important become aware of those belief systems. And you can do this through a variety of different ways. You don't always just have to see someone in order to get healing in process. Inspirational books. You can read just back to back to back. The more you read, the more you're getting it, the more you're retraining, the more you're thinking about it, the more you're becoming aware of your own belief systems that are causing problems, and the more you're able to actually go around that or say, I don't want to act in this manner anymore, so I'm going to go ahead and do X, Y, Z instead. So that's a way of doing it. Meditation is a way of doing it. You can actually go in and talk to your spirit guides. You can talk to your higher self. You can connect with feelings that are going to bring about the change that you want, okay? That is a very, very powerful way of dealing with your emotions. You can work with those intuitive healers. You can go see a massage therapist who's a lot of times, without even realizing, you're processing emotions from the day just by getting a massage. All of those ways are tools, various tools that you can use in order to get to the root cause, figure out where the emotion is, and getting it gone. Okay? Now, it's also really, really, really important that you find either a physician or a practitioner or a healer or whatever it is. If you're going to work with someone, you find someone that is not just taking out the negative emotion, but also is replacing it with something positive. That is an absolute must. You don't want to just remove or become aware of that emotion, but then not replace it with something else. So make sure that whomever you're working with is doing that for you. So this is why your emotions are so important. This is why my Bode Will program is focusing mostly on that. That is what we'll be doing throughout that program. We will be building an entire comprehensive plan for you that includes everything from foods to your supplements, your exercise, your thoughts, your behaviors, everything. And then we help you find the person or people who are best going to help you get there. Whether it's a physician that you're going to go in for cranial sacral therapy, or another physician that might help with the emotional component, or maybe you're going to go see an acupuncturist and you're going to get your meridians reset, or possibly you're going to go do several RET sessions. All of those things are available through this comprehensive plan, through my Bode Will program, because we're focusing on the biggest piece to our lack of health. Okay, the biggest piece. So contact me, ask questions, you can DM me, you can comment below. My website is forbode.com. I have posted in links down in the comment section my link to my Bode Will program. Again, come and talk to me. This is the piece, the biggest piece. So if you're really wanting to change your health for the better, this is where you want to go. All right, we'll talk to you soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.